Hello, this is Vicki Woodgard. Would you like to learn what you're really like behind your persona, which you always try to present in a positive way? The way to find out what you're really like is to watch your thoughts all day long. And they're ridiculous. They are ridiculous. Now, once you know this, you know a great secret. You may have already figured it out, that every pundit, every sage, every person on television, every neighbor, every friend, every family member, their thoughts are equally ridiculous. And if you see that you're afraid of other people, you know another great secret. They're afraid of you. There is nothing new under the sun. We are all cut from the same unconscious cloth, and it's called ego. We are trained in ego, and by the time we grow up and realize this, it's a monumental job to try and dismantle the ego. So you sort of have to do it either bite by bite or in one fell swoop. And since one fell swoop doesn't work, you got it. You have to do it honestly, step by step, inch by inch, watching yourself behaving crazily. And to do that, you have to create a witness. And this is what the esoteric work of Gurdjieff was about. It was about creating a witness to watch yourself behaving crazily. There is no immediate payoff for doing this. First off, you will realize that you hate your life, but you're helpless against it. Now, when I started working with Vernon Howard's teachings, my daughter had died and I was grief-stricken. But I learned something very curious when I flew out to hear him speak, that he put me in a situation where I was scrambling for my life. It had nothing to do with my daughter. It was about me and how my ego was scrambling to save itself in his presence. Because when you sat down and looked at Vernon Howard like I'm looking at this phone, he scared the bejesus out of you. And you knew it was a destined fright. I knew that I was meant to be his student. And it was never easy. It's never easy, but it was interesting. It was so interesting to me that I listened to hundreds and hundreds of hours of his talks, because he spoke the truth. Now, after he died, his secretary told me something very, very interesting. She said, Vernon taught the truth. Now, the second teaching is about goodness. And I feel that if I represent anything, it's the second teaching. I have the foundation of Vernon's teachings under me, but now the heart calls me, and my teacher is a shaman from Peru, and he has never done anything for me except to lay hands on me, give me energy healings, and smile at me, and just make me bloom like a flower. You see, he's in the level of teaching goodness, not by teaching, but by being goodness. Now, this may alienate you, it may confuse you to think that I have two teachers, the intellect and the heart. The intellect has to be blasted to smithereens, where the heart just beams and smiles and says, everything is really okay. Bring these together, and a great prayer will arise from your being. Namaste.